We are learning about this IServiceProvider interface and we are getting all our services manually. What will happen if you are registering a service by using the keyed dependency injection concept? How do we get it in that case? So for example, I'm talking about this add singleton. Let's try the keyed over here. So I'm writing this add keyed singleton and let's write a unique name over here. So for example, here I'm writing this service 1. Again, let's register it by using this add keyed singleton. And here also I'm giving a name which is going to be service 2. Like this. Okay, now I want to get both these services by using the IServiceProvider interface. So I'm here in my controller. Over here, I have to update my method. So instead of using this GetServices, I have to use this GetKeyedServices. And here again, you have to provide your key. So for example, let's register both of them by using the same key. Okay, and I'm using this service 1 over here like this. So I want to see how do we get the response over here. Let's use the same line at this place as well. There we go. Let's run this application and see how it will work. So I'm running the application in the debug mode this time. Let's put a breakpoint over here. The app is already running on this port. Refresh the page and click on this send gift. Try it out. Over here in this gift service, you can notice that we are getting two services. One is the online gift service, second is the gift service. So the same functionality will be there. We are adding the data in this online gift service. We are adding the data in this gift service now. That is working fine. What will happen if you want to call the first endpoint, which is this one? Click on this, try it out, execute. We are here. You can notice that we are getting two services at this place and this is working as expected over here. We are getting the response from both the services. You can notice that we are getting the duplicate response. This is how the keyed dependency injection will work in this case. But what will happen if you are having only one dependency, not the list? Then in that case, so for example, I'm talking only about this one. Let's comment. Let's not even comment and see how this will behave if I'm using this method. Go to the controller. Instead of using this GetKeyedServices, let's use this method, which is the GetKeyedService. But this time you will notice that you will get only one instance, and let's see which instance we will get. So let's just comment this line over here. This is going to be gift service, and let's copy this line over here, paste it over here. We are saying that gift service dot add gift. This is giving us the same warning. It means if the registration is not there in the DI container, we will get the null value over here. Okay, that's fine. Let's just copy it and do the same thing over here also. So I will be using this line at this place, and this is the gift service. I'm getting all the gifts over here, and here I'm just adding the gift. You can handle the null check by yourself, which is fine, that we have done in the previous video. Let's run this application and see what will happen. Before that, I want to see this program.cs class. And first we are registering this online gift service, and then we are registering this gift service. Okay, fine. Let's see how this will behave this time. This browser is working fine over here. Refresh this page. This is my send gift. Try it out. This is my data. Click on this execute button. Which instance are we getting over here? This is something very interesting and I want to see that. We are getting the instance of the gift service. Why we are getting the instance of the gift service? If I check the program.cs, last registration is this gift service. So if we are getting the single one, then you will get the latest one. If we are getting all of them, then you will get all of them. So it means this time the data will be registered in this gift service. Click on this continue button. We have registered. If I go to the get method, which is this one, try it out, click on this execute button, you can notice we are hitting this breakpoint and we are getting the data from this gift service, which is fine. And this is how this will work. So you can use this IServiceProvider to get any kind of service that you have registered. Let's see what else do we have. We have this get service, we have already covered, GetKeyedService, GetRequiredKeyedService. So instead of this get keyed service, you can also use get required keyed service. The concept is same that we have covered in the previous video. So over here, if the registration is not there in the DI container, then you will get an error. What else do we have over here? So get keyed services, you will get all the services. Get keyed service, you will get only one type required. It means you will get the instance for sure. Get required service, we have covered. Get this one also we have covered. We have covered all of them. We have covered so many things about this service provider. But let me tell you one thing about this. Please do not use it until it is really necessary, because this is an anti-pattern. I'll talk about that in the next video. Thank you for watching.